My English teacher in grade 9 used to use this quote that was one's an incident, two's a coincidence, and three is a pattern which provides proof. Now, as I was watching the end of that game, as I was watching Tom Brady come back to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in that #1 ranked defense, that is the quote that I could not stop thinking about. Because, I'm not a Patriots fan. I am completely impartial. I'm not a Jaguars fan. I'm a Titans fan. So you guys know I don't like the Jaguars. I don't like the Patriots either. But when we think about it, and we can sit here and, blame the refs and say the whole thing's rigged, etc. And I see where you're coming from. There was lots of calls in the Titans game and in this game that definitely could go either way. That, gif with the guy smiling, I can see why people could be upset about that. But when you think about what Tom Brady has done so many times in his career, it's proof. It's no longer an incident. It's no longer a coincidence. That dude has proven that he is the greatest of all time and that they win games. Not only him, but that whole team. You can have a team like Jacksonville with a lot of young guys, a lot of speedsters, a lot of talent, and just filled with talent on the defensive side of the ball. And you got Amendola, Hogan. People who have, I guarantee if you put those receivers on other teams, and I'm not just saying this, I guarantee if you put, Amendola is good, but if you put him on, the Ravens or something, I don't think he's a star. Brady makes people stars. Belichick makes people stars. And I am the biggest Brady-Belichick hater of all, but I respect these guys. Because let me just tell you guys right now, let me look at you guys. Why do you guys watch sports? If the reason you watch sports is to see average play, I understand. But I think we all, in a way, like to see the person at the top of everything. We like to watch Usain Bolt sprint. Why do we like to watch Usain Bolt sprint? Because he's the fastest. There is reason, and there's definitely, if you're a fan of another team, I understand. You want to see this team lose, but they are at the pinnacle of the sport, and they have been since I was a little kid. The New England Patriots are just, this weird thing that's happened. In our generation, people my age and younger, where they've always just been great. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm saying that team is absolutely incredible. And I have the utmost amount of respect for Bill Belichick, everyone on that team, Brady, because if you watch football and you don't respect greatness, and if you don't like to see the best players play, then why are you watching football? Go watch the Browns play then, honestly. And I'm not a Browns hater either, but just if you want to see subpar football, go watch the Browns. People love watching the Patriots. Now I'm going to talk about the actual game, how it all went, everything that went down. So the Jaguars obviously had a really, really good start. The Patriots got that first drive. But Bortles was I think that was a real, if you're a Jaguars fan, I don't think you have anything to hang your head about. You have, one of the best defenses in the league, and Blake Bortles looked like he flipped a switch in that game. It looked like something kind of came on for Blake Bortles where he was making throws. I actually personally love listening to Tony Romo. I might be the only person in Canada or North America, but Tony Romo, he might have a little bit of a weird voice. Might be some people might think he's annoying, but he is, being in the head of Blake Bortles. That guy knows, Tony Romo knows what's going to happen before, and so listening to him is very interesting. Bortles was making back shoulder throws it in a game against Tennessee, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago. He was terrible. Bortles was not that quarterback. So if you're a Jaguars fan, you have nothing to worry about. You have 2 great running backs. Everything's great, but that game was incredible. I enjoyed it from the time ago. My girlfriend, I always use her as an example. She doesn't really understand football at all, but she quite enjoyed watching because she even after being at that Patriots game just for one game, she said to me, and she's like, "Are they actually gonna lose?" And I never really told her about how good this team was, but I think it was just the atmosphere, the people sitting around us, that made her think that team was kind of unbeatable. And it's not saying that they're unbeatable, but they're as close to it as we have. So shout out to Jacksonville, man. I'm looking forward to, and I'm a big supporter of everything Jacksonville. I would have loved to see them in the Super Bowl. I really, really would have. Seeing an AFC South team in the Super Bowl would have been awesome. Just for that whole kind of thing. I think that would have been really, really cool for all of us. But anyways, guys, I just want to say thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys want to see me react to the next game, I definitely will. My thoughts on the Patriots going into the Super Bowl, I think they're going to be prepared. The one thing you know about New England, they're going to be prepared. No matter what, they're going to go, whether it's Minnesota or Philadelphia, they're going to go in there, and they're going to know their script. They're going to have their first 15 plays scripted, and they're going to go, and they're going to make some waves. Not saying they're going to win Super Bowl, but, I think Jacksonville may have been their toughest competition up until the point. I don't know if Minnesota or the Eagles will give them as steep as competition and match up against them as well as Jacksonville. When you think about Jacksonville, it's almost like that matchup with the Seahawks years ago, where it's the best defense, or did they play? I don't know. Yeah, the best defense against the best offense sort of thing, where it's you're playing against studs, and I feel that's what matches up against Brady. If you give a subpar defense and a good offense, Brady's probably going to beat you. Very, very close game though, guys. If you guys want to see me react to the next game, make sure to slap a like down in this video. I might just start doing this for all the playoff games. It's actually kind of fun to just sit here and kind of talk about it at the end of the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. God bless, and I'll see you guys probably after the next game.